It is live. Everyone's like, whoa. What's up?
It doesn't look like.
Let me hear this. There you go. What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Al? It is super laggy here.
Wireless?
Me too.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll turn my wireless on.
We got Huckleberry up in here. Newfound, Bill, Ryan. We have some special guests tonight, so you guys will see why we're set up here like this in a minute. You might already saw the hand. It's laggy, man. Get my Wi-Fi on the phone. Butch, what's up? Roadkill. Can you guys hear me? Yes, I hear you. Okay, thanks. Russell back there ducking down. He don't like to be seen on camera.
As soon as he found the camera in his bedroom yet, has he?
He's nuts. What's up? Cool, you got your King Kong in today. Brand new Run Cam Mini Nano. Sweet. Yeah, I got some stuff to rebuild. Messing with these guys, they got me break my stuff.
Oh, by the way, I ate that wire.
Oh, did you?
Hardcore. Like, ripped the top off the Lumineer Pro Club.
Oh,
Yeah, ate it.
Mr. Giles, what's up? Alvin, Earl RC. Hey, Alvin, I'll get that green printed for you. I ain't forgot you yet. I've just been running around a lot this week. Next week's all going to be rebuilding and printing. So, hey, Bill, did that link work for you?
Chris, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me?
There he is.
You can hear me, can you?
Can you hear me, Bill?
I can hear you, buddy. Can you hear me?
What's up, man? What you up to?
Not much. Sitting down, waiting for the show.
Cool. Yep. Let me turn you up a
Okay, so
little
you can
bit
hear
more.
me now, right? It's a bit laggy, Chris. That seems.
Not much. Sitting down, waiting for the show. Okay, so you can hear me now, right?
Yep. Here you go.
Laggy.
Yeah, I'm set up out. As you can see, I'm set up out here. Because we got some guests tonight.
How come we're getting feedback? Oh, dogs are barking.
What's up, John?
Is there anybody else getting feedback?
Because the camera on this side. I should have probably plugged it in there. Interesting. So that's why it's lagging. I'm sorry about that noise, guys. It's my laptop echoing back. So I
Oh,
probably
that's
better
what
plug
it is.
the camera in on that one. I have to start another whole stream then.
Yeah. Or you can just go set up.
I got to try to get this chat out here.
No. Yeah, I might have to.
Get back there. All right. You're gonna laugh.
Buddy. You're a Bill said, yeah, I think
I got money.
All right, guys, give me a minute. We're gonna try to set back up in there. I think that's the problem. Give me 1 minute. Give me a second. I'm not gonna hear.
Right.
It's lagging, echoing real bad and everything.
I am now Chris. Hi. I don't
What's
know
up,
shit.
buddy?
All right, never mind.
I don't know shit.
To pee or not to pee? Where is my diaper?
All right, kill. Somebody kill that laptop.
Oh, like killed it?
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Sorry about that, Bill. We'll get set up here in a minute.
Sorry, man. No problem.
All right, say something, Bill.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sound a lot better.
Yeah, right?
I still heard myself a bit, but yeah, I'm getting an echo.
Never seen so much fire.
Was getting an echo.
You still getting echo?
Not anymore. Nope.
All right, good. All right. I go grab my chair. I'll be right back.
Yep. Sounds good.
He's got a knife.
Got them on.
Yeah, I'll grab a chair.
Oh shit!
Scare somebody.
All right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. The other one.
Is this one friendly or will it kill me?
He said, "Will it kill me?" It doesn't like dog people. All right, guys. Sorry about that, Bill.
Sorry,
Let's have
man.
a house.
I'm just trying to get the chat out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. Now I gotta pop that out.
You gonna whip it out?
You guys know who this is?
No, you don't.
The noob. Where we at here?
Wow, I knew you liked a little bit of Jesus, man.
All right.
You on, right?
I'm just
Right now?
breaking shit.
You're gonna hear a little.
Okay. I'm lagging anyway.
Chuck.
Chris? I'm not gonna be able to see the chat because it's lagging out on my end. So I'm gonna have to stay with the chat. But,
Okay. Well, Crystal can keep up with that for you.
all right, buddy.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Bear with us here. Just try to make it a little easier on everybody.
Ignore the man in the back stealing
You
shit.
see this guy back here? Yeah. Nice hat, Ray John.
I love that hat, man.
You see it got tagged up for this week. So we got Vampire.
Yep.
We got Holy Squish, E-Drone, Josh Withrow, Chuck It. Got the Nubapalooza 2019 on there. We got Cricket FPV signed it. Bot Grinder signed it. MD signed it. Willie PFPV.
Nice.
So we got her all tagged up there.
Nice.
Say we did.
He said you humped the Bot Grinder. Yeah, we did. We humped the crap out of him. We showed him the hump day.
What's up, Crockett?
Daddies.
How does anybody
It's
know? I
Chuck.
thought that they weren't. I thought that they.
I'm sorry.
You didn't put that out.
John knows. Vampire.
Vampire.
Yeah. So what's up, guys? It's been a long week. We have been pretty much running every morning and getting back, midnight?
Pretty much.
But it's been epic. Killer week. So what you been up to, Bill?
Not much, buddy. I flew today. Flew my Mantis, or no, Mount Mobilis, right? A little build that I made.
Okay.
Flew that around the house, and that's about it, really.
Sweet.
I got a greenhouse out back. I've been fooling with that for a little bit there. A couple couple for a little while.
You guys already know who that is. You don't even have to see the head to know. We all been over here. Everyone's been flying my spot over here, so they were like, "Well, we might as well hang out for the live stream." I'm like, yeah.
I'm getting it.
Greg, welcome.
Make an awkward entrance first.
Jim.
Where it belongs.
Yeah, got Joe in the corner. He's better off back there.
Yeah. pretty much.
Yeah, John, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, Vampire. He was with us pretty much all week.
So everybody's hanging out at your house, Chris.
Yep. Yeah, we all were like I said over there flying. Jerry, you can plug in exhaust fan in behind you, draw some air out here.
Breaking his fucking house.
That's don't worry about that. That's fine. It's
house.
just staples the whole.
It's like when Chuck gets here.
Yeah, let's try to move over and get
There
Chuck
we
in
go.
Here, get everybody.
This is a good spot because I can talk right into the mic. What's up, everybody?
And Crystal's trying to like poke in the
No, Crystal's hiding tonight. Bill, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. I'll be talking in chat and giving you some questions to ask Bill. So, but as you see, the FPV Noob Tube is in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
So I'm letting these guys all have the camera tonight. I will be out there.
There you go. We do too.
Oh, whoa. My
Love
bad.
my drones.
I was gonna put that on my cock.
So we wanted to all get together for the noob and go on the noob channel, but it just didn't happen. Everything. So this is awesome.
Thanks for having me on, Chris and Crystal, and everybody in the noob tube there. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being here, brother.
Really,
Appreciate
we're invading your stream,
Yeah, pretty
so
much,
thank
yeah.
you for tolerating us.
I already gave him a heads up. Y'all were coming.
Good news, unlike my wife, you don't have to sleep with me. Well, I'm not leaving. I'm not.
Grant, welcome.
Hello, Brent, and everybody in the chat.
No.
Nerdy, FPV, Crystal Justice, Earl, everybody. Greg McGee. Love my drones, Ed.
Hey,
Everybody.
so you can see chat now, Bill?
I can now, yep.
Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah. We just decided like 2 hours before your stream started that maybe we'll ask Chris if we can be on.
Yeah.
And so he was trying to adjust on the fly.
Yep.
We completely just undid everything he did to accommodate us.
Asking wasn't really part of the process.
I mean, we asked, but he had no option to say no.
I was like,
We were already here.
Yeah, I was looking around his man cave here, and I just found the most interesting thing ever.
Interesting, is it?
Oh, they're the heavy duties too.
real deal.
Oh God, let me take my shirt back off.
Where's he drunk?
He's already tied up.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Yeah, he's already
He's
tied up.
in the back.
Oh, no, Chris.
He uses rope.
Oh.
There's the crystals in the
Oh, he's
chat.
telling everybody about the rope, even though.
Oh, is he really? Right?
These nuts. What's up, brother? Did you ever find that little Baby Hawk Pro? JD's, what's up?
JDS, what's up, buddy?
We're like over here rummaging all this shit.
I know. I was looking around for more fun stuff.
Yeah, right?
Check that.
Nibble clamp.
Fuck off, it's mine.
It's yours. Okay. Sorry.
That's a new if you love my drones, Ed.
Holy shit.
So what you been flying much, Bill?
That's like awesome.
Um,
Fucking around.
This thing, mostly.
You-
Spark. Ever since I got the Spark, I can't stop flying it.
I got you.
I don't know. I just love the little thing. It's sporty when you want it to be, and it's just a camera drone when when you want it, right?
So you can throw that thing up and ride that bike you showed me and get that thing to follow you around then.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to incorporate the bike that I'm getting into the channel a bit, and try to get some video footage, right?
That would be cool. Let it chase you down a hill or something. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, and I've been flying this thing a nice bit. Little build that I built out of the Mobula.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what HD one, right?
No, that's not the HD. Actually, that's I should have put the Cadex turtle in it, but I didn't. I put the turbo EOS 2
Right.
and the 25 milliwatt to 200 milliwatt VTX.
That thing any good? I have one of those.
Corrode.
It's
I just solder. Really?
Oh, his
He gonna choke
winos.
me out with some solder.
Coil back.
Just do it on the counter again for me.
I'm a bit like the video that I'm watching is a bit delayed. I don't know.
Alvin said he got a refurbished
Must be a 4.
session 1 coming. So the 4
Probably the session. Yeah.
was only $15. Wow, bro, that's a good deal.
It fits.
Jim, what's up? Yeah, we're loaded.
I just picked up Action Cam there not too long ago, Chris.
Yeah. Well, actually, Bill, Josh was interested. That's what was interested in those goggles. But I told him at the last minute. We got together Sunday, and I started telling him. He's like, "I'll do that in a minute." I was like,
Yeah, by the time we get done trying to send it across the border, it's not a deal anymore. So
Yeah, that's right, man. It costs way too much just to send it.
I know we've been sending props over. It cost me $3 to buy the props and $15 to actually mail them.
yes.
Yeah,
Joe, that has the BFQ.
yeah, it's expensive, man.
Supposed to say something, John.
He's lost for words. He just
Lots of words.
start off.
Hi,
by-
Joe.
Hey, start
What's
off by
up, buddy?
telling everybody how much a set of props costs for that thing.
$4.
We'll be giving away all the secrets.
Well, we can break that then, right?
Yeah.
Next time we're out, $4.
Yeah.
That's
At
nice.
least twice.
I'm buying parts next time.
Yeah, okay. Now those are T-Motor 35 4s, I believe. So they run about $250 a set for a pair because they come in match sets. So
That is not $2.50.
no, $250 a set roughly.
Is that for the WTF build that you did
Yeah,
there?
built, yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
I think
that's,
Chris the one to coin that one, honestly. Because I was originally gonna be like Y class, like why the fuck not? But he was like WTF. Okay, it sticks. So we're good with it.
that's awesome build, man.
That thing was amazing. Yes.
Yeah, I'm so surprised it's so quiet.
Well, the motor
He's like the kid in the back of the room.
I'm just looking for shit to throw at you.
Sorry about that, Bill. Go ahead.
I said I'm surprised how quiet it is for how big it is, right?
Yeah, and it was really. I thought it was pretty crazy. I thought it was going to be louder, but
it's actually like the inverse. The smaller the prop, the higher the frequency. You get the bigger props, they get much lower. You get a lot more bass out of them. But
Yeah.
I saw somebody else asked about the motors. You actually buy a combo set. If you're smart, you buy a combo set because you can get the motor, the ESCs, because they have their own ultra efficient ESCs. They're 60 amp with 80 amp burst, and they don't support KISS, so they're awesome. But they basically buy the entire combo pack, motors, props, and ESCs, and it's about $2,500 for the set. So
Wow.
It's got hard.
I know, right?
yes, he did. You can't see it, but well, neither can I. But yeah, he did get hard.
Still cool, no matter how much it costs. It's still cool.
So yeah, it's Jesus Mary of Joseph. Okay.
No, it's Josh, Chuck, and Joseph.
Yeah, Josh Chuck and Joseph. What the hell,
PVR,
dude?
well,
Right.
God.
So Crystal wants to know how much did the laws change recently in Canada for you, Bill?
Man, it didn't change much to tell you the truth, Chris. It's just now that it seems like it's going to be enforced. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's only thing is you got to get your license now, obviously, and a lot of people are going to have problems with that because they don't know how to read air maps and stuff like that. A lot of people that got the drones, right?
I got you.
So other than that, the rules haven't changed a whole lot. Other than height limit, it used to be 300 feet, and now it's 400 feet. And well, the rules are pretty well the same. It's just they're going to be followed a lot more, right? I guess they're going to be followed a lot more. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be doing, but supposedly they're going to have police policing it or something. That's what I've heard. They were going to I don't know, train people to go around. But I don't understand how they're going to force it, Chris, because there's so many people having them, right? Like,
Now, in
I
your
don't know.
area, have they issued you designated flying areas like they say, or?
No, you just have to be in G airspace, right? On controlled airspace.
Gotcha.
So
Here, if you want to go around an airport within 5 miles, you have to call the tower.
that's right, yeah.
All that
But
good
now with the basic here, we can't call the tower, and I don't think we're going to be able to call the tower and go into uncontrolled airspace. I think it's only for advanced pilots, and that's equivalent to your 107, I think.
Okay.
So advanced pilots will be able to do all commercial stuff, obviously, and stuff like that, right?
107.
Yep.
I know that.
Yeah, Bill, you actually got your 107, right?
No, I don't have 107. 107, I think, is only for the States.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say.
I went to ground school and took ground school, which is like aviation school, I guess, right?
Okay. I was trying to think. I thought someone in Canada had 107.
It's SFOC in Canada. You had to get like a SFOC.
Gotcha. Sean, what's up? Mr. Crowley.
Mr. Crowley.
It was funny. Yesterday, I was flying around Josh's house and just a police helicopter come around and went around the front of his house. Fail-safe me right on the ground.
Really?
I think he got him to do it, but
We put on our foil hats so they couldn't fail safe our brains.
Yep. No, mine didn't work either. I got to double down.
All I need is a kazoo.
kazoo.
Chris might be up for it.
Joe's back there finding all the prints over printed.
Yeah. I hate it. I'm so excited.
You guys look like kids in candy store.
Right.
So much stuff to pick at.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of stuff in this room, guys. You'd be amazed. I mean, I'm kind of like, it's like,
Yeah, by the time we're done rummaging, this guy's going to have PTSD and require medication.
yeah, right.
Where's everything at?
I see. He's like, why are they touching all my shit?
He said, I can't wait for the shirts to come off. Josh came in with it already.
It was pretty damn hot.
Belly bump. Like this guy in the
Yeah.
subway. Boom.
Boom. What's my temperature?
Shoot the camera.
I need batteries.
I tell you,
Where
battery.
are you flying now, Chris?
I actually, well, I was flying the Emax Hawk 5 that I rebuilt, and I have destroyed that again. I hit a tree Wednesday in Baltimore. I hit a tree and it busted the buckle on the battery, so that ripped the pad right off the ESC. This guy. My eyes were like,
You feel a seizure coming on?
yeah. But so then I basically been trying to get my floss back up and running, getting that tuned in.
Yeah.
But
I've
we
seen that.
broke a lot. Everybody's pretty much. I don't think you didn't break that this weekend.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Prop.
Yeah. From the
No,
show.
I mean, yes, I've been through a lot of props, but I had to resolder some motor wires because I had a prop strike, tear everything up. So, I mean, little things, or I'll say easily repairable things, but we've all been flying pretty hard.
Joe broke.
Yeah. I've watched Chris's last video there today, and
That frame today.
pretty wild, man.
That's a lot of
Wait.
spanking lube right there, Betty.
And you know what happens? You fly alone, and you have a tendency not to push yourself too much. But when you get a bunch of people like us together,
Oh,
you know, we have a way. It becomes like double dog dares, right? Shit, I'm pretty sure I can do that, and you pull it off, and now it's everyone else's turn. It's
Yeah,
almost
right.
like a game of horse.
yeah, right.
So. I was gonna eat that later.
Come in.
Oh man. You must be having a blast down there, Chris, man.
It has been a blast since,
It's been a busy week,
Yeah,
but it's been a lot of
Friday.
fun too.
because I had Dano. I'll be drone with. He come down and spent the weekend, and he was out flying with us, and that was epic. Then Nubapalooza started Monday. Well, pretty much Sunday. We went on Sunday, yeah.
Who eats nothing but black jelly beans? Really?
What the fuck?
That's fucking
Really?
disgusting.
So,
Crystal.
Chris, what are the rules going to be like in the States now? Is it going to be the same as Canada, or
I'm sorry. Say it again.
are the rules in the States changing? I heard they were changing.
basically, it's the same. It's the same here. Just
That's why.
I think they're going to enforce them more, and then they say it's something about a written test or some kind of test that we have to take or something. But Crystal looked into that. She said basically nothing's changing. We just do what we've been doing.
Yeah.
So I run my numbers on all my quads. Joe would tell you that. He comes up underneath me and checks them out.
Yeah. Like an anal probe.
I can answer that one.
There you go.
The rules technically are not changing. The guidelines that we have been flying by are now laws. So hobbyists do not technically have to become 107 pilots like a lot of live streams have been incorrectly saying. As long as you're still following the 8 guidelines.
What's up?
I'm over here, guys.
Big
As
brother
long as
now.
you're still following the 8
What's up,
guidelines
Princess?
under, I believe it's section 469 on this new article, you are fine. Those 8 guidelines is what we have already flown under anyway. Under 400 feet, with outside of 5 miles of the airport. Just the technical, normal things. Yes, baby, I know you love me. God help me, guys. These are the ones that I've been hanging out with all week, and it's been an amazing
Mars, what's up,
week.
brother?
So
I'd say we were
Week's
rubbing
not
off
over
on her,
yet.
but that could be construed many different ways.
I'm
Wanna
not
go to
sure if
Wood
you're
Cop
rubbing off on
Suite?
me or I'm rubbing off on you.
And we are like this all the time. This is not just for the
This is
channel.
family, guys. So
Just
wish you all were
all
here.
week. All week.
Neil, Captain Cook,
Cap's in the
welcome,
house.
babe.
Wait, Willie.
Is this for vajazzling?
No, baby, they are nail decals. God help! Do you see what I have to go through?
Look, those are for vajazzling. I don't care what they say. You make a sparkly tank with that.
I decorate
I
my
would
belly
expect
button.
that from you.
Yeah.
I would expect that from
Be back
you,
later.
not Joe. You.
You don't know Joe very well.
RJ said, "Isn't it early for the news?"
Oh God! Look, I'm not sure how I'm gonna fit in here for the news. I mean, they told me that there's
Jesus
room
Christ.
back here somewhere.
Just blinded
All 3 of us.
Yeah. You don't want to turn that light on and look at it.
Wow, I was looking right at it.
Oh
Right
Lord,
here,
no.
right here.
Ah, biker, welcome.
Oh, I hear you. What am I supposed to climb over?
These
Yeah.
guys.
I bet
I
enjoy
can't see
that
the
just
chat
a little too
anymore.
much.
So you can imagine us all together going all
All
over the place
week.
all week.
All
Oh.
week, it's been this way.
My eyes.
Oh, fucker.
I'd love to be down there, man.
Yeah, 1 week a year. So you guys, next April/May, will be, setting up Nubapalooza 4. Anybody that's interested, get passported, save up your money, get your airline tickets. It's a great time.
Bear, welcome. Indeed, it was definitely been a good time to be together, hang out. We met some of our superstars, I guess, rock stars, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, flown with them guys, great people. Like, if you get a chance to meet up, yeah, Joe, he just plugs in on you. And I didn't know. I asked him. I said, wait a minute. So when you broke the arm on Oh My God, I said, was that when Ryan plugged in on you? He's like, yeah, hit the building. I'm like, oh God,
What's this over here? Jimmy, you fucked it up.
Next year, we're talking about Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indiana.
I'm
I was
driving.
never in the States. Never down there.
Come on, Bill, you have to come, man.
I would like to.
I'm not allowed back in Canada, so.
You say you leave, they might not let you back.
We got
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
Where's that one that was like crazy color shifting one when you had the green screen up?
Chicks are pancakes
Oh,
in
it's
Canada.
gone. Ryan's got it. The green one.
I wanted to see that one.
that was the most useless thing I've
The
ever
frog. Remember at
It
the
was also
when we were
false.
flying and they said it was the real frog?
Yeah, yeah.
That green one that was it.
Oh, that was it?
Still see
Yeah.
a big spot
Yeah, I
right
know.
there.
You're so blind.
Yeah, and I don't fly, so well, in planes, real planes, but so I'll be
Dog
driving.
battling.
We're going out to Chuck's house next year.
Chuck's house.
He's in Cali,
Can I
but
stay in your guest bunk?
There's no mattress.
he's gonna
there.
have a trailer set up for all of us and a reefer unit and have the air conditioning rolling, some bunks back there for us.
I'm keeping you all
A reefer unit?
frozen.
Yeah, no,
I know what that means.
turn it up a little.
It's a hot box.
Yes, exactly. So much for that job.
Appreciate you, Bear. Thank you.
So,
Look, he's like, stop!
Back
do
this
you
punch
crash
bag.
a lot, or are these just like all?
Cover the nuts.
Yeah, they're just like prints that I printed. And just like
I bet you a GoPro cam mount.
yeah, I got a bag of whole mounts. And they come in many they got screw holes, zip ties, multicolor.
Joe is full swing ADD mode.
Yeah, right. This is
Look,
awesome.
hey, look, that's totally that's my
Oh,
friend.
sweet, Jim. It's right there near you. It'll be a I think I said 11. Are you driving? Well, you'll fly out there, won't you?
Depends what we decide to do.
Yeah, right.
Well, we need to get together and drive then. That way I'll definitely go.
You'll go on a plane and you'll love it.
No, I ain't going.
You talk about you love a plane. Have you been on a plane?
No.
Exactly.
No wonder.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a plane either, Chris.
Especially awesome when they almost crash and kill you.
Takeoffs
see?
and landings are the best part.
Yeah.
Everything in between,
Boring as shit.
bingo.
I've almost crashed 3 airplanes. So
We'll see. Where in Indiana? Where's it at? Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Indianapolis, Plum. It's right near y'all. Y'all ain't that far. Bob, actually, me and Crystal was looking the other night. It's not far from you.
If you put away
Cap said, choke it.
$5 every week,
Cheap bitches.
$5. Y'all can't tell me you don't have $5 because I know everybody in this chat spends $5, more than $5 on bullshit every week. You know what I'm talking about.
That's
I'll
true,
probably
man.
forget Johnny props.
Oh, dude, you're gonna break that fool.
Well, look, man, today was kind of a
Break
bust
it.
as far as Snoopapalooza goes because
it's fun.
yesterday we wanted to go down to the beach and do some flying at the beach and, you know, do some touristy stuff too for the people that haven't been to the beaches. But we didn't go because there was like a 70% chance of rain. And up where we were at, it ended up not raining at all, except for, you know, half hour.
Yeah.
But had we gone down, it would have rained all day.
This bitch promised me we were flying from submarine watchtowers. Fucking lied to me.
Well, I
Never
did
again.
because I didn't expect there to be that many people
And
here.
it was.
So we went today. Too many people, and the park patrol was totally in full swing.
Crowley said my bullshit is 427 a week.
Yeah, So today was a bit of a bust, but it worked out because we finally got to come fly Chris's spot.
Finally.
Hell yeah.
And those trees are good.
They're fun.
So
Endless gas.
so they're over there. So you guys notice I've been like looking over in the further section because I'm trying to find a hole to go through. Well, these savages just bore through it. Chuck just goes up and goes, oh, right here, woof, and just drops his quad through it. So then they're over there, they're just slamming the hole. I mean, just straight hitting it. I'm like, I'm doing it. So I just took the Radix up, just went boom, and finally went down. I had to because they talk shit if I didn't.
And that's the kind of shit that leads to broken quads. But
Yes.
Broken quad. Broken
And then
quad,
Joe
broken
just
quad,
goes up and
broken quad.
Joe just takes his and drops it down. It's like plinko, plink, 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 plink.
Well, they were like, hey, he's even taking a hole. I'm like, oh, bitch, I'll make my own.
Motherfucker was playing pinball.
every branch on the way down.
Yep, damn right. That wasn't what even killed the quad. That was the funny part.
But I'll tell you, me, honestly, I thoroughly enjoyed Wednesday the most all week.
What was Wednesday?
Yeah,
We
Wednesday.
picked RDFPV up and then flown with Cricket and his crew. And see, when we went to Philly, not many people came out.
Right.
But for Baltimore, all kinds of people came out, and it was really good. This is such maybe a silly little thing, but finally getting to meet and hang out with Ryan was
That
awesome.
was really
Yeah,
fun. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Ryan's a rock
Ryan
star.
had a great time.
Don't let him tell you no different. He's a fucking rock star.
Yes, he is. He was a great time. I thought he'd be nervous around you guys. I did. I thought he really would, but he wasn't. He just like fit right in and
Once I showed him my penis, he was fine. I mean,
Oh my!
That's probably the fear of the micro penis.
exactly, you know?
I wish I had people to fly with like that around here. Like I have 1 or 2 people that I can fly around with, but
right.
not a big group of people. There's not that many people up here into it around my area.
Back from the sky. Welcome.
In Canada, I heard there's a lot of people. They're just
There's a lot of people, but just not in my area.
Were you out in the middle of the woods?
It was like that for me.
I am. I am, honestly. That's Chris.
Yeah, he's.
These are deep.
Where was,
a screwdriver or something. I don't know.
So where? I forget where Kenny was compared to you, Cardoso.
Kenny? Caruso? I think he's in Nova Scotia. I think that's just the next province over.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought y'all were like close, but not that
Nobody
close.
lives close to each other in Canada.
But yeah, forever it took me. Like I've always wanted. I'm like, man, I want to meet up with people and fly, and da-da-da. It was like no one was around. I bump into Josh, it all changes. Well, E-Drone and me got together a couple of times, but then when we got with Josh, we kind of like all squatted up, and then just
They copped a squat.
yeah, go out and get in trouble with these guys. Damn near get arrested. And
Good times.
it really has, and it's getting fun, you know, to go out and do it and stuff.
Last couple months, meeting a lot of people, doing a lot of traveling.
Smells like Pluto, right, Vampire?
So actually the funny part I thought about Wednesday was like actually flying along with Cricket. I had a blast with like actually flying along in the goggles with him. 'Cause
Right.
the way he flies, man, it's one of those things where even the same thing with Bot Grinder. Honestly, you're like flying with him and you're sitting there watching him do shit, and you're like, you're just literally watch him do it, and you're like, how the fuck did they just do that? Exactly. So you're literally like rewinding your goggles, and Cricket came over, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, rewatching your flight. He's like, why? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how you did that because I saw
Yeah,
you
he
do
is
it.
real
I
smooth.
still don't know how you did it. Literally took me like 2 hours to figure out one of the moves that he does a lot. It was crazy.
Magical unicorns for
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
What'd he say? Well, he said it.
Buckets.
He tried to tell everybody on birthday what
Fly
the
him on.
unicorn was.
And he tried to sell the hell out of his flight.
And he did.
Before it was released,
Before it was
we couldn't
released.
really tell us.
Yeah. He's like, did you get your quad back yet? We're like, no. He goes, flight one's awesome. That's all I say. Flight one's awesome. He just kept going. I'm like, yeah, all right, man, all right.
Yeah, right. That said, you're going to need the Frisco guys for leave.
Oh,
I got a question. You can't fly that what to F or WTF class. You can't fly that in acro, can you?
it is accurate.
It is acro.
You're not serious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Acro only.
Wow.
Josh is not an attention hog. He just likes to cuddle.
Yes, but full acro. I was really shocked too. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, acro? Because he said he didn't want angle to call it. He wants to be in control, basically.
I don't like
Well, well, the big issue I had with it is like while you're still tuning it, if it's in like horizon mode or angle mode, like and something starts going crazy,
about.
you're out of the loop at that point. It's gonna try and do what it wants to do. Whereas if in acro something starts to go weird, at least you have a little bit of control into what's going on. So that's the reason.
Yeah, you have full control over it anyways.
Exactly. Now watch, I'm gonna put it in that angle mode or horizon mode, and I'll flick the switch and it'll go ballistic and eat itself. Watch.
It's just the frame stuff.
Eat itself.
Yeah, you know when that shit goes south, it's gonna eat itself. There's not gonna be
How
any
heavy is that quad?
whatever.
Say it again, Bill.
Yeah.
How heavy is that quad?
12 pounds.
12 pounds. Oh, wow.
It didn't even seem like. Well, I know I picked it up without
All
the
four
batteries.
batteries though?
Two of the four. I'm not running.
That's
I'm
a
not,
little heavier than 12
I'm not gonna run all 4 batteries. I'll probably only run with the 2 sets.
Dano, I'll be
It's running
drunk.
off 12S, right?
I'm sorry.
Was it 12S you said it was?
12S, yes.
That's crazy, man.
5,000 mod batteries. So 5,000 mod 12S.
And what was it? 5 feet?
What's that?
The whole quad. 5 foot.
8 foot. tip to
8
tip.
foot. I mean, yeah.
It's actually more than 8 foot. Each of the arms are 3 foot.
If you measure it like a television, it's 8 feet.
Actually longer than that. Actually,
You're cross-eyed.
You just said that.
From prop to prop.
that's an estimation, not including the. It's 30 inches, so 15 plus. So it's actually another. Holy crap, dude!
And I soldered
I
with
can
them.
see Uranus. What is that?
That hurt. I don't know.
I think he blew out his O-ring. Pick one.
He blew something.
Oh wait, those are cool. Those are like super nerd
I can dare
glasses.
you let them snap on your face.
Oh yeah, right on your eyebrow hair.
He's going there, I think a little bit back from this guy, the whoop race. It makes you look at that. Joe put him on. Joe put him on. It'd be no problem. Watch.
Just be normal.
Yeah,
Right
just
after he
be-
hits himself in the face.
It'd be normal to him.
Look,
God.
They're made, yeah, they're cheaters. They're made to be up close, solder.
Jesus Christ, you can see Uranus through these things.
Nice.
Yeah, when I
Seeds
look
for
up
future.
soldering something, I look on like,
Oh, they still fold too. Look at that.
all right, Cap,
Folks, too,
good.
you
Thanks,
just gotta
brother, for
squeeze
stopping
it hard.
by. I appreciate you.
See you later, Cap. I didn't see you in here. Sorry.
There we go.
Kurt.
Just seemed to.
Hi, everybody in the chat.
Kurt.
I didn't mean to
He
Kurt.
said just seen Bigfoot behind with the foot clamp. For sure.
Dude, that thing, honestly, I'm even afraid to have people around it, to be honest with you. Like, if I've got it out and I'm screwing around with it and somebody walks up, I'm just like, nope, sit on the ground till you leave.
I just want to run over to it, and Josh is like, no.
No. Yeah, you gotta really. That's one of those ones you have to have respect for.
For
You
sure.
can't- even the small ones you should have respect for, because let's face it, they'll eat your face if you let them.
Oh yeah.
But those things don't play. It goes back to the fun
Not
old Captain
counting.
aircraft. You gotta back off. So.
Yeah, it's been epic. So we got what? We're going to fly to campus tomorrow again?
My
We can.
dog is getting up in my.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Puppy! Screw you.
Oh,
I want to see the dog.
Yeah.
Put him on camera.
Bobby.
Puppy. Oh. You got peanut butter involved?
No.
You should. God.
Works great.
Canadian.
Look, he got busted. Did you see that face? He's like, oh, damn,
Man, Canadians are weird. No peanut butter on balls? I don't know what to do.
syrup.
Syrup? Oh, it was maple syrup. Okay,
Oh.
sorry.
Put it
Yeah, maple syrup.
Actually, Bill does actually make syrup.
I do make maple syrup. Yes.
Really?
I'd like to
That's the God. Yes.
set mine in.
Yeah, right?
John said, I hate trees.
love trees, you fucking liar.
Oh, we saw you love the hell out of some trees the other week, dude.
Hey, John, do you have the
Immediately.
footage? Did you check out the footage where you bung that pole and come up behind that dude? That's got to be some epic footage. That's like a Matrix move. That dude dropped down and then.
Yeah, right.
So we go to we're in
You're
Rosedale.
gonna rattle John.
So we're in Rosedale. John's out ripping, and there's a guy out there working out on like, what was it like? Oh god,
It's like
yeah,
a chin-up bar.
yeah, like a chin-up bar. And he's up there doing pull-ups, right? I'm like, John, you have someone out there in the middle, right? So there's another one behind the guy. You hear boom, and the guy just drops down off the one he's on and ducks down like this, and John's quad goes whoop, and just
Right over
bounces
there.
right over it.
Oh, God. We were like, oh, God, we're going to kill somebody.
I told John. it's very
Louis,
violent.
welcome, brother.
That was another guy who was nice to me because I've been talking to Vampire for months, and he
Right.
really doesn't live far away from me. Like, you guys live further south, so
Yeah.
Right?
but he really doesn't live that far away from me. It's just been my schedule, you know. But I had this obviously blocked out, I had the time off, and he was partaking in a couple of those days, which was awesome.
Look at this. Guys on the panel look more like linebackers than FPV pilots.
Yeah,
Well, I like one too.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll be right back, Chris. I gotta let the dog out here.
yeah.
What was that?
Oh, I gotta let my dog out here. I'll be right back.
All right, cool.
Yeah, my favorite trick is the fuck you tree.
Wow.
You ram straight into it and keep going.
Try to keep up with chat.
Yeah.
Oh, no, somebody being dumb. Lewis said, not happening.
Yeah, you didn't get to meet Crystal. She had to work. The rest of us just, live off Crystal's paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. No, she wasn't with us no more. We're John met up.
No.
Damn, that dog pisses really fast.
All right.
Oh, I just left the door open.
I got a great day. It'd probably be the biggest pet peeve you ever seen.
Oh, man. So sad.
Back from the sky.
Mr. Bad is lurking. What's up? He's just like fingering his neck or something. I was so confused what's going on over here.
It's an earworm.
Oh,
Is it an earworm?
Okay. I was
I thought I felt
confused.
something in my ear.
It's like having a little brown snake, the kind that play peekaboo in your butthole.
That's totally different. That's like a prison thing, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
So, Chris,
Those are big brown snakes.
I actually raped Chuck's truck. I went through his truck with a 5-inch. Yeah,
Right through the fucking windows.
blew all the funk up out of there.
But yesterday?
It smells much better.
I said I should have tried to do the 180 Rubik's as I went through. Probably blew a big hole and knock all those freaking steel props off the
Cut
bench.
up his seats and shit. They'd get that
God
truck
damn.
back and be like, what the hell happened
It's
here?
already got conformal.
so Rubik's, how's that go?
Oh, that's
I don't.
From now on, that's shit.
I've seen that trick done before, but
Yeah,
like it's so confusing. How can you do it, right? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, the Rubik's Cube?
That way.
Yeah,
180
That way.
Rubik's.
It's all timing. So just like anything, you get muscle memory built in. And
Yeah.
when you stick with a set of rates long enough and they become second nature, it's not even paying attention to what you're doing. It's all just finger timing.
That's why I can't do it. I can't remember shit.
Who are you?
What?
What?
My name's Tom.
Tom.
Yeah, remember
Who's
the
Tom?
Is that your thumb in my
Adam
butt?
Sandler movie? Remember?
Wait, that's
My name's Tom.
Because if I go up to 399 feet and have lots of time to do it, I can do it in segments, but I'm not good enough to pull it off low to the ground.
Yeah, right. Listen to this guy.
Yeah. He's full of
Don't
shit.
believe me. He's full of shit. He is.
I'm getting there, but I'm not there.
I can do the whole Rubik's. I know you can.
We need to go back outside.
Come on. But the 180, you just flip forward and then roll out of it. Like that's
That's not Rubik's.
a 180. What they call it.
Rubik's, you flip backwards, do a roll, and then flip back forward.
Right. The
Where do you
whole
keep your
Rubik's.
dildos?
I'm talking about like I'm talking about the 180. Remember
Oh, yeah,
what,
yeah, yeah.
Squish was talking
Okay.
about? He said it was, he thought it was a juicy.
You know he's
or
printed
something.
one.
No, really. Where's the dicks?
Yeah, I know you printed one.
I hit all them for Joe was looking.
Vampire, we look forward to seeing the footage.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, man.
Yes, for sure. And if you don't want to share, maybe private.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting all of our footy together and going through it and picking out the pieces for our Nubapalooza
Yeah.
special. You know, probably expect it to be 10 to 15 minutes. But yeah, Joe's got most of the footage.
No, you have some when you bounce down the tree over there.
YouTube.com/C/TBoneFPV.
I got some shots. I know. I got some footage I know
Slash
I'm gonna
bullshit.
put up. Yeah. But we got all kind of, I know I got all kind of footage.
I do too.
I don't fucking fly.
Today we had a high five. I'm flying one direction, Chuck's
Yeah.
flying the other. We almost had an exact head-on collision, but we passed with just enough. We actually heard our props click as we passed.
Yes.
Wow.
And we got it on video.
It's going to
from
happen.
from his direction and mine, and you can make out the click when they pass.
And it's going to happen one day. I feel it. I feel one day one of us are going to.
Oh yeah. Look, you remember being at the ballpark at Winter Place, and at the end of the day, we were just like, "Fuck it."
Did you see balls?
Follow. I mean,
Yeah, watch out for those lasers on the
and
lenses
we
and
started flying
lenses of
out
the camera.
directions over a sidewalk.
And they go right over top of each other.
We were trying to have.
I set
head-on
my
collision.
quad on the sidewalk and told Josh to fly past. He comes past, wham, and nips it. Click.
Man, we tried like hell to bash the hell out of each other. It's a lot harder than you think it is.
It is to hit a quad. That's like chasing them and trying to like
But
knock
people-
them out of the air.
oh my
It's tough
God,
to
you can
really.
hit the shit
People
out
are
of people.
really easy.
Yeah, they're soft targets.
Yeah, they're easy to hit.
Vampire, the only thing I do better than flying is crashing. So
Hell yeah, man.
when
doesn't
you
mean
stop
hand job,
crashing
though.
so much,
Just
let
saying.
me know.
Oh
He
yeah.
does give a meat blowy.
So my Hawk 5 went down this week. What other one did I mess up? What else did I break? I broke a lot of shit. So the Stinger smoked the motor
I can't
yesterday.
count how much shit you
I know.
broke, dude. You broke it all.
That doesn't even count.
Half this ball,
quad
half this
box-
wall is busted
The
now.
quad box, yeah, pretty much. The quad box, it just like snapped the top plate off the edges. I'm trying to think what else I screwed up. I think they're out the car though. I'm trying to look back. It kind of refreshes when I look at them.
Crystal, I don't know if I'm going to go right to racing quads, race quads. I think I'm going to stay with the camera drones mostly because there's a lot of scenery around where I'm too. But it does get boring. I understand. But
It gets
I
to
don't know.
be that way with the camera birds. I got there with it. Like I filmed pretty much everything I could. I'm just like, what can I got film? It's like, unless you travel, I was like, so that's what kind of got me into it. Just I'm like, okay, well I can just build these, go out to the park and just run around or in field or whatever.
I would like to get a 5-inch, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to kill myself.
Nah,
Honestly.
There's a big difference.
you can do it.
I don't know.
So take off all your
How much I crashed that little whoop? I don't know about a 5-inch.
Gotcha. So you took your Moby 1 and made that other little one you showed up.
Yeah, I just bought the Corsa frame and built it on that. I might do another one sometime if I can.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I might
dude,
do it with the turtle with the HD cam for sure.
that forest down in South America.
I put mine on the V3 frame. I put the XT30 connector onto it, so I got to
Oh, dude.
Now get some props for it.
Rusty.
I got a bush like the Amazon. There's
Yeah, I know.
shit
He's the
jumping around in
manscape.
that.
Something horrible. We're just looking
You
at
can't hear me, Moment Drone's head?
He's
Who-
got lights on
Who is
full.
the best
Paul
flyer?
Weaver wants to know who out of you all is the best FPV flyer, and he is from Wales. So welcome, my dear.
I'm gonna go with Josh just because I haven't watched any Chuck shit because he doesn't record anything.
I'm not conceited. I just know I'm the best one here.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Here's one for
Usually
you.
the best people don't have to brag about it.
That's true. I ain't argue that.
And basically, I look at it like this: is yeah, clearly he is the better pilot, but we all have our own styles of flying.
Definitely.
So if we all stuck with the, even though I do mimic a lot of stuff he tries to do, because he's changed up now. He was so small.
Yeah, Josh is the best.
Dick Rider.
So when he broke his 2 quads that time, it was like,
So now here's one for you. Who do you think was better to watch in person? Now I'm talking pre-production, pre-editing, all that crap. Who was more fun to watch, Bot Grinder or Cricket?
you're gonna
That's
make
a tough one.
you're gonna
Yeah,
make them
that's
hate
a
us.
hard one.
That is a hard one.
Because Bot was just rampaging with some skill.
Yeah, I
which
agree.
I really like, and it's totally my style.
Yeah.
Right?
And Cricket kind of rampages
He
in
doesn't.
a different way.
No,
Totally. He's
he's
very meticulous about how
He's
he does this.
meticulous, but he likes to eat trees and fly through them directly,
Yeah.
which is one thing I also do.
But to watch in person, his style is actually so slow that without being in the camera view,
Yeah.
it's almost like,
That's not really
Right.
comparable, I would say.
Okay, all right. That's just because we all were there. It's one of those like I enjoyed watching just to see the differences. That's the part I found fascinating.
just like
Okay.
I
I was
love
surprised how much Bot flies like me.
I
I
love
also got a question, Chris.
terrorize the place in person because you have no idea where the fuck that quad is
Yeah,
going.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
he
going
does.
for. I had like finger Tourette's that day. I was
Yeah.
like, dude's gonna be uber twitch flying.
Look, as he's flying around, all you can hear is chainsaw noises. And there's leaves and branches falling all over the place.
Hold on. Eric's the one who took down the biggest tree chunk this go around, man, because he fucking went through a tree and I shit you not, a tree branch just came flying out of the
Yeah.
sky.
Not a branch, a
Yeah.
branch.
A branch.
It'll be in Cricket's log.
And Cricket was like, "What the fuck, dude? This is my spot."
I came around and I don't know what it wasn't even a hard hit either. I just go up through the tree here, and then next thing you know, the drone crashes right, and
Half the tree falls.
I'm still in the goggles. You hear, I'm like, he comes up, man. This guy done come up, and broke the tree.
Vampire just posted something. I don't know what it was.
Tearing down the house.
God, that was funny though.
Chris,
Yeah,
if I were to put a capacitor on this power cable from the Mobilo to take it to
Holy
Take it,
shit! Everyone watch the fucking link. Sorry for interrupting you, but go watch the link immediately.
Do it again.
I
It wasn't real clear.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw one frame where that guy was just like, "I'm a bitch."
Oh, God,
He went right over him.
it was all on him. It looked like.
Jesus, vampire.
You
share
are
your
so
screen?
violent.
You share that with?
No, what's sound?
what kind of a capacitor would I need for this, Chris?
Yeah, hang on. Let me try to share this. Hey, do you care if I share it, John?
Nope, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he's there. I was speaking for him.
Hey, Bill asked you a question.
Yeah, I know.
We're
Sorry,
distracted.
we got
I
really
know.
excited.
Yeah, sorry. We
See,
Go ahead.
that's why
You're
I'm
gonna like
still in
this,
the
Bill. I like
background.
I'll
this.
start it out in just a minute.
No, you're fine.
no, I call it shiny squirrel because
Look,
John's
look,
squirrel.
look.
Shiny
After
bull.
spending all week with you all, I know how it is. If drones are being discussed, all
Sorry, Bill,
types
let me
of
try to
drones
share
are
this real
being
quick.
discussed.
You're
He
gonna like
wants to
this.
know
This is
something
crazy.
about a capacitor.
Watch this, man.
Yeah, watch this. Did you see this?
I heard.
There you
No,
go.
did you see it?
No, I
No,
haven't
no,
seen it. I heard.
Got his share.
All right, guys. You see it?
Well, of course I can see it. Fuck, I'm sitting here.
It'll stick to that window. Just go back to your window and start playing it.
All right, ready, guys?
Now he slowed it down, so you guys are probably thinking this is glitchy, but it's not. And look at that face right there. That's perfect.
So
Center right, that black chick.
I'll play it again for you. Maybe not. So here it is again.
That's it.
Hits it, bounces back.
Oh, stupid YouTube.
Oh my god, that was so close.
Yeah, dude. It was.
I think part of me wants to say it actually
Dude, I
bounced
seen
off
his
of.
shoulder.
Yeah.
I think it did
inches.
too.
Oh man.
Damn.
Good
that
job,
was
Vampire.
crazy.
Once off target down, you can put a kill counter on the top corner of all your videos
Yeah.
now.
Go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry.
I forget what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, capacitor. What kind of a capacitor would I have to get for a small whoop like this to take out the
Probably a
buzz?
probably a 450 would be good for a whoop. You guys think?
450.
I don't have
Smaller.
So how do I hook it up, Chris? So I just put it on the main, just
Yeah.
to.
Positive, the positive, negative, the negative. On the side of the capacitor, it'll have like a line on it,
Okay.
kind of like a
And-
different. It usually have like a goldish line or like a bar. At that side is the positive or negative. I'm sorry. So then you just hook
Yeah, I
it,
know.
solder it to your positive and negative, and then yeah, it just hook it right up, and it just starts doing its thing from there.
That's epic.
Okay, so RMZ 450 capacitor, I guess, is it?
Yeah. What size? Hold on. What size did you say you put on your truck? You put smaller than 450.
iPhone, what they are. I have to look at the
Because 450 shouldn't be
They
too.
were like this freaking big, bro. They were tiny. They were like 10 watt, something.
Gotcha.
I forget how many you have.
Gotcha.
Gosh, oh, come on, dude. We're watching the video again, guys, in slow motion even more. That it didn't, but it almost did. That was that
I think it hit the
close.
pole right next to him.
If you hold this up to the camera, they can watch it.
Here you go, guys. Watch this. This will show you better.
We turned it on slow mo.
Yeah, it's on slow mo. So
It hit the pole right next to him.
Yep, almost hit him.
man,
God damn.
John, you couldn't have gotten any closer.
Yeah, you're getting a new name, bro. You're Headhunter FB.
yeah, dude.
All right.
I know, right? That didn't
That made me close.
close.
Every time I see it.
Wow.
Most
I know I
violent
broke the
profile I
tree.
know.
It danced around them pretty well.
Yeah, dude. That, I tell you what, it doesn't look like how fast that guy reacted, but he
But
dropped
it's
down off the
ridiculous.
pole and just like kind of did like a tuck, almost like
Went
a tuck
right
in the
over
rope,
his shoulder.
right
You can
over his
see.
shoulder. Yeah.
Josh is trying to get a still frame.
He essentially looked over his shoulder and caught a glance of it.
Yeah, I don't know how the
You
hell
put
it's
it as slow.
Right there, you could see him looking over his shoulder because he heard it.
Okay, when he heard the ball,
He was like,
I got
Put
you.
it in slower motion.
"Yeah, that's a
That
slow."
shit was Kill Bill, John.
That's ridiculous, man.
Silencio.
So, what are you having problems with your video and all, Bill, on there? Is that why you want to add
Yeah,
it?
I'm getting a lot of feedback, or breakup or whatever.
Sure, any video lines are away from the main ground
And the
wire.
BTX.
The main ground wire. And the
Okay.
What's a what?
And then you have all,
choice.
and then what? You have make sure you have all your grounds put together, also, right?
Okay.
All your grounds together. That'll
was showing you the
clean up
guidance.
most of it. And then
Okay.
if Charles could remember what size that cap was, because a 450,
Come on, Charles.
you can get a smaller one, I guess, but I guess that might be still too big for a work like that.
Yeah, I want a little tiny capacitor, as small as I can get.
This
I
is
guess.
in charge. I actually.
But sometimes I found that when I build them and I try to take capacitors and put on them and clean the video up, that I come into more noise for some reason. So
Okay.
I always just try to make sure that I put all my grounds together, and I just pretty much solder to the board for the
Oh
filtering.
God! My pants are. Hold on.
Oh my god.
It's falling down too. That would have been hilarious. I would have just moved my chair back.
I gotta grab soda. I'm out of caffeine.
So you don't think I should get a capacitor in, Chris, eh?
Well, it wouldn't hurt, to be honest with you. It won't hurt it, you know. If all your grounds are already together, and it's still doing it, so yeah, a capacitor might be your answer to fixing it. But it won't hurt to put one on there, and I could find out for sure what size it is once I get off the stream and all that. Chuck just don't remember what actual size it was.
And I'm getting a bit of jello too, so I don't know how to fix that.
Jello is just going to be more or less
Vibration, hey.
vibrations, yes. So make sure your camera, you may have to, Kaz, welcome. EBR, thank you, brother. Thank you for hanging out. So yeah, just kind of figure out where your vibrations is and kind of put some like sometimes you can put like a little bit of moon gel under your camera and stuff on the whoops and stuff. They moon gel is what drummers use to take out the vibrations in the drum sets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
use
never knew that.
birds a lot to get a lot of the jello out of the cameras.
Gives it a bit of dampening, I guess.
Okay, it's gonna like the green chair, huh? Yeah, that's Russell's. My movie has...
Well, it has no capacitor, does the video.
Yes, another thing that Ed brought up here very well, your antenna, you could have maybe a break in your antenna. Was it doing it from the very beginning or something that occurred over time?
No, since the beginning, because every time I fly around the house, I'll get a bit of breakup. Now that might be just because of wires in the house, but
right.
I'm thinking that I could clear it up, right?
Yeah, you should be able to. You should be able to figure out where to you know, whatever's faulting and causing it to do that.
Yeah.
And then clean it up. Like I said, it could just be a matter of like you might want to run back through your connections. Is it a dipole antenna you actually soldered on, or is it?
This is dipole. Well, I guess it's dipole.
Let me present you so I can see here.
See, that was my question with all of
Okay.
you sitting here.
Okay, so no, so your antenna's got, so that probably has what the little CFL connector clips onto.
Yep.
Receiver. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So that antenna looks like it's pretty decent. Doesn't look like it's all chewed up or anything.
Let me borrow it. I'll take care of that.
I think that's probably just, he says he got jello and he's got lines in his camera, so
Could be vibration
whoop.
also.
that's why I was telling him on a whoop, get some like moon gel, put a little piece under the camera or something.
I mean, I don't have a loop, so I don't know how
Right.
How crazy they get on. Check your props. Are your props chewed up? Did you chew up any of the props?
They're not too bad, but I could change them.
Now, what frame is that on? Does it look,
Corsa. Gee, I don't know.
so that's a carbon fiber frame.
Yeah, carbon fiber frame. Yeah.
Yeah, so you probably picking it up through because the now are they the Mobula 1 motors or that's not the HD or anything, right?
No, these are the stock motors.
Stock motors. So they have bushings in them, so you could be picking up a lot of vibrations through the motors.
Ed says
Okay.
you play with your channel and your bands, Bill. He loves the E3 himself.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try some of that stuff. That
Yeah,
moon.
Right.
What's it? Moon. What is it called again?
Moon gel.
Moon gel. Okay, I'll look that up later.
Not that big.
Yeah,
I gotta write that down.
it helps. It comes in handy for like some you mounting your cameras and stuff like that, or like on your camera birds if you have like it vibrate, not stuff like getting between the gimbal, and it just takes like all that stuff out of it.
Are they all blue? Because every one of them guys got a blue color.
Yeah, they're pretty much blue. They're like in a little
Black tint.
yeah, like a little black tin, and you pop it open, it gives you like I think it's like 4 little square pieces in there. Pretty good for the price of it.
If you come to my house, you can have it because I've used it. I got it.
Things I'm a long ways for that.
I mean, it's all worth it. Because if I said that about Ferraris, you'd be here like tomorrow, right? I mean, so it's all about what's worth it.
Yeah, it all depends how much is worth to me. I guess.
Yeah, Bill said you're talking about Ferrari. He'll be there tomorrow to get that. You drive that back home.
Perceived value.
Yeah, I'll have to try different bands and stuff too. I don't know.
Yeah, try different bands. Like, do you have the R band, the race band, and all?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think I do.
Okay, that's what we run on a lot.
Good separation.
Yeah, it's good. Well, when you're around others, it's good separation also. But
Okay.
I'm trying to think. When I flew with myself a lot, I used like the F band and stuff like that, like F4 or something like that was pretty good, strong, solid signal.
Okay.
And then like the bands, I noticed so like the bands usually go from like 1 to like 9 or 8 or
Yep.
something like that. Well, the further down the band is kind of like a better signal also, because the further you get on the top side of it, it's like they say it pulls different or something, megahertz or whatnot.
Okay, so go higher up in the band.
Actually, I have one of them cards around here somewhere. So, no, yeah, stay like around 3 or 4 where you fly by yourself, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, just do that. And then what? So that's, you said 25 milliwatts.
25 to 200 milliwatt.
Okay.
Switchable.
So do you run it on 25 or 200?
25.
Switch it to 200. You'll see a big difference.
Yeah.
Now, don't keep it plugged in too long. You know, sitting there working
Heat
on
up.
the table or whatnot. Bench working on it, or if you're like working on a motor or something, you got to plug it in or something. Just don't leave it plugged in, because your 200 might sit there and start getting hot on you.
Yep.
What I like to do is unplug my VTXs if I'm gonna be working on them on the bench for a while and I got them plugged in, or a little fan blowing on it. That way it keeps them kind of cool. But yeah, you crank that thing to 200, you'll see a big difference in that, just that alone.
Yeah. Now I had it on 200 a while ago, Chris, but when I get far out, it just drop out of the sky for no reason.
That's up from the place we went on. If you want to give me a shout out on.
Oh yeah.
Is it just losing connection between the transmitter, I wonder?
That could very well be. What receiver is in that? Do you know?
Fly Sky? No. Yeah, Fly Sky.
Oh, the Fly Sky.
Yeah.
Is it trying to think. So it's the little tiny one with the single antenna on the board? For the receiver?
Yes. Yeah.
That's the they do fail safe a lot. I've had them do fail safe a lot on me also.
Okay.
I don't know if it doesn't look like it's big enough where you could put like an X6B on there, because they're kind of bigger. So I think that would weigh it down.
I think it's too heavy as it is, really. I don't know. I never weighed it.
Right, adding a bigger board just ain't going to do nothing for you. So
Crossfire or Model T.
I have seen them ones do like crazy fail safes. Those little receivers for Fly Sky.
Yeah.
They're known for that. Yeah, if you get too far away from yourself.
That's probably what happened then, I guess. Seemed like I hit a ghost branch, but I didn't. It just dropped to the sky when I checked the video later.
Did you have a chance?
I've got you.
Okay, guys. Hey guys, I want to take a moment to give Alex from the prop shop a shout out. You guys are in the Philly area. This guy's shop was amazing. We stopped in there. Bot Grinder went ahead and took us over there, and the guys more or less was closing at 7. He kept the place open, let us come in there and have full run of the place, and we bought some props and some different things from him. But if you guys are ever over in the Philly area, check him out, Alex at the prop shop.
He's got everything. Camera bird stuff. He's got DJI
Yeah, he's
stuff.
got pretty much everything you need. DJI stuff, like Joe said, FPV, whoops.
Yeah.
Cool. Motors, FCs. I mean, pretty much everything you need, and not priced bad. So think about roughly what it would cost you, and then what was it? Add $5 to it,
$5.
like
yeah,
$5. But you can't beat that because you're not paying shipping or anything. So
And if you need it now, he got it.
Yep.
So,
That's not what I gave you.
that's
So
what
when
I'm
was the news, Crypto?
Well, I'm thinking your frame might be sending for your Jello. Maybe take the motors and then put a little piece of maybe a couple pieces. You put a piece of electrical tape on and then put the screw through and then mount it. That might kill a lot of your vibrations if you can't take it out with that moon gel.
I got little vibration dampeners there now, like pieces
you're
of
good to go then.
rubber.
I got you.
But it didn't seem to help.
So it made no difference at all with that.
Not really, no.
It's probably
I don't know what-
your camera mount then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to take the camera off and mount it different, I guess.
Gotcha.
depending on how brave you're feeling, you can pop the camera out and then spin up the motors, and you'll see if it'll get the same motor noise.
Yeah.
On the camera.
I never thought about that.
Mars, no, I didn't get to fly a whoop around there, but he had many a whoops there. He was just where he was closing. I played liftoff sitting there, but yeah, we didn't fly no whoops just because he was closing and whatnot. But he does have a bunch of whoops sitting there and has rings all going through the ceiling and all that. Yeah, pretty nice place, and he's a really cool guy.
He is the best guy.
My dog is like driving me crazy right now.
Yeah,
She wants attention.
So it's 8:10, guys. Crystal has a couple pieces of news, so I'm gonna let her jump in here and do the news, and then I guess she's ready. I don't know. So let's expect her.
Chris, I'm gonna have to take off here soon, anyways.
Okay, well, I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us, and
Thanks for having me on.
Yes,
and
sir.
Thanks. Tell everybody in NoobTube that I'll be watching.
exactly. And welcome back anytime, brother. Anytime you want to
Yes,
come
sir.
and share
Thank you so much
something
for joining us.
or show something you want to share with anybody, just jump on and we'll get you on there.
No dick
All
pics.
right.
No dick pic.
All right, man.
You're good, brother.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Thanks,
for joining.
Bill.
Okay, see you guys.
Yep. See you, brother. Nice meeting you. Sorry, guys. I'm going to turn it over to Crystal and let her do the news.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to drop the plug in for Noobapalooza, FBB Noob Tube.
Now I get to
Joe Noob Chop.
now I get to be the heckler for
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're gonna sit back here and harass me now?
Yes, I
Ah!
Everything she says. Well, Joe already does that. So.
I get to go back to HR again. Wait,
Oh,
no, this
Lord.
doesn't work.
God help me. Somebody rescue me. Here we go. Hey guys, I hope y'all are having an amazing week because I have been. I mean, even with these crazy nuts, but it's been a great week. Starting off with Dano last weekend and the guys. We all got together Saturday and Sunday. I flew some on Sunday, not the greatest, but you know how it goes being a noob. And then I've been dealing with these nuts all week.
It's all good till she says nuts one too many times and then she gets nuts.
You see what I mean? In news tonight, states turn to drones to predict avalanches and spot wildlife. In Salt Lake City, in Utah, drones have been hovering near avalanches to watch roaring snow. In North Carolina, they're searching for nests of endangered birds. In Kansas, they could soon be identifying sick cows through heat signatures. Public transportation agencies are using drones in nearly every state, according to a new survey by the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials. The report released Monday finds a sharp increase in their use over the last few years, showing that governments as well as hobbyists have rapidly adapted to the technology. In 2016, the new nonprofit group, look, I have not had this many mishaps before, and I'm trying hard to ignore him, but that's hard.
So am I.
That's what she said.
That's news.
In 2016, this nonprofit group found no state transportation agency was using drones every day. Now, 36 states have certified drone pilots on staff. When the survey was done this month, all but one state was using drones in some way. Since then, the lone holdout, Rhode Island, has bought a drone, the group spokesman Tony Dorsey said.
The whole state?
Yeah, the whole
The
state.
whole state bought a drone.
Yep. At least
Don't
it's
fly.
one.
Don't fly there.
The small unmanned aircraft are often used for mundane tasks like inspecting bridges and roads. While sophisticated cameras and thermal technology, they can detect tiny cracks and identify potential potholes before they're visible to the human eye. You've seen the cost of drones come down significantly, and the capabilities that come with some of these drones increase significantly as well. Drones have raised privacy concerns, but they said the newest technology lets them be programmed to avoid entering certain spaces. Drones have also caused their share of headaches for officials over the years as personal devices force the grounding of planes at airports or those fighting wildfires. The wildfires have been proven, the planes technically never have.
No, that's horseshit.
Exactly. You know how we feel about that, but of course, the bad news always outweighs the good. But they can be used for work that's dangerous for people. In Utah, drones record from the air as state workers set off planned avalanches, allowing them to watch the slides close up in real time, said the Director of Aeronautics at the State Department of Transportation. Drones can also measure snow or other elements as the state's rugged terrain to keep them from blocking roads or other infrastructure. We can predict not only how snow slides, but mudslides and water runoff as the snow melts. Drones are a perfect tool for any job that is dangerous or dirty. I was waiting. When a mudslide cut off access to a city about 2 years ago, Idaho set up a drone to pinpoint the best spot to use heavy machinery to clear the road. No, Idaho. Not Idaho, Idaho. The state of Idaho. In North Carolina, drones are finding the nest of endangered species like, oh God help me, red-cockaded woodpeckers, said Basil Yap. That's why I said, God help me. I'm telling you guys, it's like having extra kids. It really, truly is.
You said cock, not me.
Said Basil Yap, Unmanned Aerial Systems Program Manager at the state's Transportation Department. People used to fan out in helicopters or all-terrain vehicles to check for evidence for the protected birds before building new projects. But now the drones can do a quicker job with less disruption. Less disruption. You hear this, right? Not in this household. There's little to no noise compared to a helicopter. There's also used to check for protected bats nesting under bridges and spray herbicide on invasive plants near shorelines. North Carolina is now one of 3 states working with the Federal Aviation Administration to test drones beyond the operator's line of sight at night and over people. The FAA forgot to tell you about the delay with the dimmer. The FAA does not allow those uses without a special waiver. Also, part of the program is Kansas, where workers are using drones to create sophisticated farming programs and monitor cattle heat signatures to prevent any illnesses from spreading. A number of states are beginning to explore how to regulate a flood from private drone traffic expected in the future. In Ohio, the state is working on air traffic control system called Sky Vision, which would allow drones to detect and avoid other aircraft in flight.
He says, does that make them cock hunters?
I guess in a way it does, RJ. Redheaded ones at that.
Red-headed cock hunters. Do they have souls?
Oh, I don't know. Good question. In other news, DJI, God, I can't talk tonight, will include ADS-B receivers in all DJI drones over 250 grams from January 2020 onwards.
What?
Yep.
What kind of cock monkey bullshit is that?
In the midst of a very turbulent week for DJI, the Chinese drone maker is holding an event in Washington, D.C. that focuses on improving the safety in the skies.
Let's go jam their shit.
In the Ronald Reagan building, about 70 industry people gathered to listen to DJI's latest developments and roadmap to safely integrate unmanned aircraft into the national airspace. They announced that it will make a huge step forward improving safety in the skies. Among other things, the company has committed to installing AirSense technology that receives ADS-B signals from nearby airplanes and helicopters into every DJI drone over 250 grams from January 2020 forward.
Thank God I don't use that metric shit. Mine's at 12 pounds.
The ADS-B receivers and consumer-grade drones will set a new standard in drone safety. DJI unveils safety improvement agendas from drone makers and regulators. The world's leader in civilian drones and aerial imaging technology today strengthened its role as drone industry safety leader at Washington, D.C. event by committing to install airplane and helicopter detectors in new consumer drones, part of a 10-point plan to ensure the skies remain safe in the drone era. All new DJI drone models released after January 1st, 2020 that weigh more than 250 grams will include AirSense technology, which receives ADS-B signals from nearby airplanes and helicopters and warns drone pilots if they appear to be on a collision course.
See, this is horseshit. Because number one, I had my pilot's license. If you're within 5 miles, you're going to be above 400 feet. So what the fuck's the point? I mean,
good question. And what is this technology going to do?
All my gear's out
Is
in the
it
car.
going to put your
They wanted me to
drone
give you a
down,
loop, let you fly around Crystal.
or oh God help, Alvin? Joe pull a Chris and fly one of his whoops around Crystal while she's reading the news.
I'm not
Alvin!
supposed to read that. Yeah, no, that's BS. Come on. I mean, my understanding is what is going to notify them that there's a drone in the area. But it's just because your radar's not going to pick up a drone that small.
AirSense can detect airplanes and helicopters from miles away, further than a drone pilot can hear or see them, and displays their location on the screen of the pilot's remote control. It has previously been available only on professional-grade DJI drones, and the video on Drone DJ explains how it will all work in consumer drones as well.
No, I don't find DJIs, but they already capped you at 400 feet, correct?
Yeah,
They capped you at 400 feet and 5 miles from the airport, right?
You saw when I went up earlier with the Inspire, it said
So the question is, if DJI drones are already capping you at 400 feet, not allowing you to go above that, and not allowing you to fly within 5 miles of the airport, how and why would they be letting you know that the airplanes or helicopters are possibly flying in your airspace below 400 feet?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
Gonna be interesting.
That sounds like a lot of Big Brother stuff, or they're trying to appease politicians by doing that. That'd be my guess.
Keep your eye out. January 1st, 2020, it will go into effect. In other news, of course, the FAA has announced expansion of the LAANC program, more access to airspace for drones. The FAA has announced the expansion of the Low Altitude Authorization and Notification Capability, the LAANC program, to more than 100 new control towers and airports. The announcement comes on the heels of the implementation of the new rules for recreational flyers, which will prohibit flying in restricted airspaces around airports except at identifying flying fields. We weren't supposed to be flying within 5 miles of the airport anyway.
Salisbury Airport, the AMA field's except from local airport.
Yep. This arrangement is a temporary fix until the LAANC program can be updated to accommodate recreational pilots, at which time they will be able to request authorization through the same process used as the commercial drone pilots. The LAANC is developed to alleviate the burden of a lengthy manual authorization process for both regulators and pilots. Through a growing list of technology partners, drone pilots can request authorization to fly in restricted airspace in covered areas and receive that authorization near real time. The latest rollout continues as the expansion of the coverage for LAANC, which currently covers about 600 airports. Commercial pilots who wish to fly near airports not currently part of the LAANC program can still use the manual process. The following is an FAA press release. Starting today, more than 100 control towers and airports will be added to the hundreds of Federal Aviation Administration air traffic facilities and airports that currently use the Low Altitude Authorization and Capability systems. LAANC is a collaboration between the FAA and the industry that directly supports the safe integration of unmanned aircraft systems into the nation's airspace. LAANC expedites the time that it takes for drone pilots to receive authorization to fly under 400 feet in a controlled airspace. By adding contract towers to the number of LAANC-enabled facilities, Drone pilots will now have access to more than 400 towers covering nearly 600 airports. Contract towers are air traffic control towers that are staffed by employees of private companies rather than by FAA employees. LAANC provides air traffic professionals with visibility into where and when authorized drones are flying near airports and helps ensure that everyone can safely operate within the airspace. The expansion to more than 100 contract towers means the FAA has further increased drone pilots' access to controlled airspace safely and efficiently. The LAANC is currently used by commercial pilots who operate under the FAA Small Drone Rule, the Part 107. The FAA is upgrading the LAANC to allow recreational flyers to use the system, and in the future, recreational flyers will now be able to obtain authorization from the FAA to fly in controlled airspace. For now, recreational flyers who want to operate in a controlled airspace may only do so at fixed sites. And like I said earlier, and I'm going to touch on it one more time, because our guidelines have now become laws, and I've heard a lot of false information being given out stating that we can no longer fly unless we have a 107. So I'm going to read this to you. Please listen carefully for the entire article, because a lot of people have been stopping when they hear things that they don't like and not reading the full thing. This was released on May 17th, 2019. It's time. The FAA will now implement some of the changes and regulations for the recreational drones, which will follow the passage of the FAA Reauthorization Act that was passed last year. That's correct. It was passed in 2018. They gave them time. The time came in May 17th of 2019. The FAA Reauthorization Act repealed Section 336 of the previous FAA reauthorization, which protected recreational aircraft from new laws. The move to repeal came in response from pressure from both national security agencies and commercial drone advocacy programs for more oversight over the hobby. The changes and regulations are now outlined by the FAA, clarifying where hobby drones can fly and bring them into some of the same regulatory processes that commercial drones currently follow. Recreational flyers still do not require special certification. In the future, they will need to take an online knowledge test before flying. That is still in development. They still need to follow the long-established safety rules, including staying under 400 feet in altitude. The major changes, however, related to flying in restricted airspace, especially the controlled space around airports. Right now, until the low altitude authorization and notification capability is updated to include recreational flyers. God help me, I have a house full of children. I'm telling you.
He hot-potatoed me, man. He just stood in my lap.
Right now, until this low altitude authorization and notification capability is updated to include all recreational flyers. Recreational flyers can only fly at defined fixed spaces that are within 5 miles of an airport, which we weren't supposed to be flying in the first place unless we already had authorization. There has been a lot of false information that has been put out, and I can upload the link to the FAA press release that says as long as we followed our 8 general guidelines, we still can fly. Just like I told you guys, we still get to fly. I'm telling you, I have a bunch of children. Edron, you're kind of tied up right now, babe, but you see what I'm dealing with.
He's all kind of tied up.
I understand. You're kind of tied up. Chuck's back here losing things and trying to button back up. So, like I said, guys, it's been an amazing week. I'm hearing a drone crash into something out there. I'm not sure who's in control of sticks. Drones are all around. Drone flyers are all around. First it was shirts off, and now it's plumber butt. I'm telling you, Ed. I am telling you.
Yeah, right, Rob, and he still don't give a shit.
But that's exactly it. You know, Quad Farm, they don't care.
He doesn't like when you call him Quad Farm. His name is
I'm
Rob.
sorry, Rob. I know what his name is.
I pay attention, bro.
But like I said, there's been a lot of false information that's been spread around on YouTube that we cannot fly, that you have to pass a test before you fly. That test isn't even in development yet. Guys, make sure you read yourselves. Don't just listen to somebody else. And like I said, I will gladly post a link to the FAA website, to the act. You can read it yourself. I think the section that we're dealing with is like on page 50 something. I had it printed. I have read all of it. And like I said, as long as you're still following those 8 guidelines, we're doing what we always did. Are we rebels? No, we are not. Are we illegal? No, we are not. We are enjoying our hobby. So that's what it's all about. I mean, just like these guys have been all week enjoying the hobby. If it makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody, screw it. Enjoy it, you know? And I'm sure you guys all want to fly this weekend, especially considering it's Memorial Day weekend. It's a long weekend for a lot of us. So fingers crossed that Mother Nature cooperates. If she doesn't and you don't get to fly outside, break out one of those little ones, fly in the house, get on the simulator, but still enjoy our hobby. You know what I mean? Because we're not doing anything wrong at all. You know, I haven't seen one of us do anything that's technically wrong. That's what brought us all together, is the love of the hobby. So get out there, put your transmitter / controller / whatever you want to call it in your hand. Put your fingers on those sticks one way or another. Keep your props pointed in the proper position at all times. And enjoy it, guys. Put a big old smile on your face and enjoy this weekend. Enjoy every time you get to fly. Because that's what our hobby's all about, is the love of flying. Exactly. It's a release of stress. So fly, guys. Fly safe. Fly hard. Keep your props pointed in the sky in some direction. I mean, I understand when you got it like this and you're raping around something, that's just epic. I mean, the adrenaline rush alone, if you haven't experienced it, try it. You might break something, but I know, Rob, on a farm, there's never a day off, babe. Never a day off. Exactly, Adam. We're not breaking the rules anyway. You know, we're under 400 feet. We're outside of 5 miles of an airport. If you're not, you usually contact them anyway. So, guys, enjoy our hobby.
I just manscaped Josh with a drone. That was fun.
You feel better now?
He feels refreshed.
I'm sure. I'm sure. And I still have several more days with these guys to go.
Yes, my wonderful wife is thanking you immensely.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Shoot. At one time, it was you, Chuck, Josh, Chris, Rusty, Edron, Dano.
Mm-hmm.
I've had them all. It's all good.
At all.
Josh's wife is thanking me as well. She's like, I can't believe you're going out with all of them. And I'm like, hey, why not? Somebody's got to try to keep them straight and try to keep them out of jail.
I'm
I
not
said
built
try.
for jail.
I said try. Y'all haven't been arrested yet, so.
I'm not built for jail.
And Vampire Babe, one of these days we are definitely going to meet up and we are going to fly, babe. I just know to duck.
Yeah, just hide behind something hard. And
Chris,
my hands are way too soft for jail.
Chris, I'm going to hide behind Chris. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, right?
I'm shorter than he is anyway, so it's not hard.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're out there flying. I hear
Yeah,
it.
they're trying to kill each other with these small little drones. I literally almost landed in Josh's crotch. It was kind of amusing because I don't have a flat thing. Yeah, the reason I crashed is because Chris threw me the remote upside down. So I'm like, it's not working. I don't know what, it was just weird.
This coming from somebody who flies 6S. But you hand him a toy drone and he's like,
Completely, yeah, exactly. I was fucking with that. She's got no power.
but hey guys, as long as you contact them, most of the time they don't even care. They're like, fly. It doesn't matter to us. I mean, Josh literally, hey Josh. God help,
that
I
didn't
heard
sound
somebody.
good.
Ow! Literally, Josh, when he went on a business trip, he was at the hotel right outside of the airport. I mean, airport here, hotel here. And Josh called and they said, fly. And somebody, of course, called the police on him because they saw a drone. They saw a drone. God help. I'm going to call the cops. The cops showed up. Josh told him he'd already called the tower. And the guy's like, oh, cool. Go ahead. And by then, Josh is the type of person that he doesn't want the trouble. So he's like, no, I'm just going to go ahead and pack up. That way, nobody else will be calling you guys. But he was in the right. He could have stayed right there and flew. But like I said, as long as you give him a call.
So was it Sinister saying he's got like an airport and 5 football fields in his house? So, I mean,
Uh-huh.
do they give you a hard time or do you call them or anything like that? Like, I'd be interested to know how they react. Because I've heard different stories. Some of them you call them, you get no answer. Some of them will just immediately say no. Some of them are cool and say, yeah, go ahead, do what you can do. As long as they understand you're under 400 feet and not causing an issue.
And it's not always easy to find the number
Sure.
to the tower.
For sure.
It's kind of like a big type secret. They're like, okay, we'll give you the number to the airport, but not to the tower. No, I want to talk to your control tower. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
But you can get it. Well, Vampire lives within a quarter mile of Newcastle Airport. So,
Gotcha. And they don't give 2 shits. So, yeah.
yep. Exactly, Ed. When you win the lottery, babe, the Asylum drone zone. God
damn it, I think I flew.
What's up?
Welcome back, babe.
No, we were asking about your flying near the airport.
Yeah, when you were flying at the airport,
What about it?
at the hotel, and you had called the control tower, they had no issues, right?
Well, because I wasn't near the flight line, all that other stuff. They were like, go ahead.
Exactly. Like I said, if you're near an airport, just call them.
So
Most of the time, they won't care.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
well, in the United States, you can't call them for permission anymore. Because if you do, they're told to hang up.
Well, now what do we do?
You don't fly there.
Do it, or you can do like I do. Just you get your drone, you put a post-it on the front of you, smack it in the window at the tower, and then they get the message. Just
This-
the window.
Literally, I did that 2 days before that memo was released.
Well, that sucks. Vampire, we're going to have to come get you. Rob said, so I leave a message or go talk to the lady.
It's a Buddha belly.
It's not after 10.
It's always after 10.
Do you see what I have? Both of their wives are like, oh, go ahead, take them.
They've known about our man crush for a long time, so it's not a big deal.
See, Jim said the cops have seen him as well, and they haven't said a thing. Okay,
Well-
the FAA is supposed to be having a site to get authorization, according to Night Train. So,
If that works like any other government site, that shit will never work.
Pretty much.
well,
Like
think
when
about it.
healthcare went live.
Think about it honestly. When the FAA Reauthorization Act, happened in 2018, they were supposed to have all this done
Smack the belly.
Smack the belly. Nah, I'm not gonna smack Josh's belly. He's gonna enjoy it too much. But they were supposed to already have all of this shit done. So, you know, they had plenty of time. They drugged their feet. They couldn't get their shit together.
They
And
drugged their feet.
yes,
Yeah.
along with other things.
They drugged their feet.
Yes.
Aspirin, Tylenol, heroin.
No,
cocaine?
never your drugs.
Okay.
But think about it, guys. If it takes this long,
Yeah.
how long is it seriously going to take to get all of that shit in effect?
No doubt.
Yes, our original Chewie has passed away. You didn't hear about that? Yes. The guy who played Chewie.
Oh yeah. I did hear about that.
Look, did you see his face? He was like, what? 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 Not our Chewie.
I was like, he was just here, like just here. Okay, sorry. ADD a little bit.
He's not right.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where your main host is. He's done ran away.
I think he got nut checked with a quad. He's probably recovering in the corner.
I bet you Chuck just went out on the deck. I heard the door.
Probably smoking. Yeah.
No, it sounds like he's coming back in.
Okay. Not my day to watch.
I watched him earlier.
Usually they leave him in a little box and let him drive around the country. It's easier to keep track of him that way. I think it's a squirrel cage. Not a it's a sweat truck.
What's 10 years, Vampire? Is that how long you think it will actually take for them to get all their shit straight?
Honestly, Sinister, Sinister put on this, I imagine if we went above tree line, the radar would pick us up. I highly doubt that, to be honest with you.
As small as these are, I doubt it. If you had the GPS camera bird,
Maybe.
possibly.
And even then, it would look like a large bird. It wouldn't even. And I think it's part of the concern with the drones is the fact that they can't see them. Is what they're concerned about. Because if they could see us, they'd be like, "We know where you are." The second you get up to 200-300 feet. I have a friend as a radar engineer. I'd be interested in asking him.
You'd have to let us know.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I can
Can
ask.
you spot our shit? That
He
sounds
works at a
kinky.
wall,
but-
so I might go and get up on that. So,
Exactly, Rob. If they don't know where you live,
so I can tell you from a friend of mine's experience who used to work for the government flying drones, but his was, of course, this is airplanes, big giant scale stuff. That if you fly across airspace with one of those and they are big enough to pick up, when you land, cops will be there, as he found out from personal experience. What? We were checking. We thought you got nut checked by a.
yeah, we were concerned. We didn't
we
know
heard
what
a,
happened to you.
and we're like, oh, somebody got
Menage.
somebody got circumcised.
You hear this? They're out there having a menage. I don't know what to do with these guys.
I suggest a bucket and some towels and a big mop. I don't know.
I don't even think that's gonna help. Clean up in the kitchen.
We had to get Russell to get behind the TV and get a drone,
Oh. Oops.
Is that what the bank crash was? I heard
something like that.
We're gonna go with yes. Just you that way.
something like that.
I'll say maybe.
Oh Lord, God help me, guys. God only
Hey, look at
knows
this.
what the next
DGI frequencies actually interfere with
Saturday,
race
Sunday, next 3 days will hold,
DGIs.
because this week has been amazing.
They actually chop
Right,
off.
Bounty, the quicker picker upper. I'm not sure it's gonna pick up all that though.
That's what I found interesting. The race chart. I'm just showing Chris here.
Yeah, the boss cam.
We got a frequency chart from the guys at the prop shop, and he actually has the overlay for where the DJI bands actually interfere with the other bands, and so it looks like DJI 1, 2, 3, 4 interfere with race band 1, 2, and maybe 3, and then 5, 6, 7, and 8 interfere with 7, 8 on the race band of for normal quads. So it's actually kind of interesting. They have that on the back of that. So
Be
that'd
careful
why-
if you're flying around
Remember we were
DJI
flying
products.
DJI and kept fucking getting blasted. We couldn't figure out why.
Yeah.
Because it bounces from frequency to frequency.
Yep,
Causes
yep.
random interference.
Oh, RJ's honey. There
So
is
it is then.
footage for days coming. I know Edron has already put out some footage. I know Dano I'll Be Droned has already put out some footage.
I got a bunch to edit.
Chris has got a lot to edit.
I put my college out yesterday.
Josh has got a lot to edit.
I don't know.
Chuck's
put my
got a lot
bot-
to edit.
my
You
cricket.
just sit on yours.
I got some
You
good
don't
footage.
share.
John's got all the good footage.
Right? John's got a lot of good footage too.
Vampire put out footage, so yeah, there's a lot of footage coming from this week.
We all.
These guys, oh,
We're on
Bot Grinder has
got a
them
video.
in their
Cricket's on
last
the video.
his last vlog.
He's like, "I
So
stuck around
yeah,
and smoked a
footage of
bunch
the Palooza. There you go. That makes sense. Night Train said when they went to fly with Jim 616, he had the DJI goggles and it screwed up the race guys flying bad.
Yeah, because they bleed over frequencies. They go all over the place.
Yep.
And they'll hop too, so it's really a pain.
Yeah, they've done 2 live streams from the NoobTube so far. They're working on a huge collaboration of all the footage. Expect about a 10 to 15 minute video when that actually comes out. So, but every minute will keep you on your toes. You never know what these guys have been up to. A lot of laughs. Let me tell you, a lot of laughs. Joe thought he broke me the other night. He's like, oops, I broke Crystal. Josh said, what gave you that idea? The Snickers or the snorts?
Yeah. Yeah, it was getting late. You just kind of get that punch drunk stupid thing going.
Yep. Well, I don't think, except for last night, I don't think there's been a night that we've actually been home before like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I was at home all. I didn't. That's why I didn't come out yesterday because I was busy building Chuck's GoPro mount. He treats me like a little bitch. He's like, "Make my mount, bitch." So I was like, "All right."
And you see who bowed down.
Damn right. I mean, he's bigger. You see how big he is?
I've seen how big he is. He picked me up off the ground yesterday. Of course I've seen how big he is.
I can show you on this GoPro mount where he touched me.
Right, Vampire? You've got a good 2 to 3
bet.
hours of footage. I'm sure there's going to be multiple more videos.
Hey,
coming.
Vampire, did you have the footage where you almost did the bounce catch thing in underneath the red gazebo? Because from my standpoint, of course, I didn't have anything to record it with, but that was an unintentional, intentional, almost catch, almost kill you sort of moment. So it was actually quite impressive. I don't know which. I can remember which end the quad was pointing towards you. If it was the ass end or the front end, because if it was the front end, there's some gold.
And I'm sure Cricket FPV is going to have some footage coming up as well.
Oh yeah, that's
so.
Oh, damn it! It was facing the wrong direction.
Oops.
Shit. That was awesome. He like came in. I don't remember shitting you. He came in. I don't remember if he was trying to disarm whatever. Well, it freaking skipped, bounced, and it went right by him. And he looked like this, like he was gonna catch it. And I don't remember. I don't remember that happened. All I remember is I ducked because, I choose life, and I was seeing like blood before my eyes, maybe an unintentional circumcision or castration. So yeah, it was.
The castration's the important part, right?
I don't know. I don't want kids, so I pretty much use my testicles to tell my penis which way's up. So balls are kind of optional, really, at that point. I mean,
Hey, Chuck.
he just went outside. I think to smoke a cigarette. Out the door.
Because it's natural.
I don't know
It's
why
a
you tried to
natural
catch it.
reflex.
I just saw.
Something's coming by you. You attempt to catch.
Yeah, I was like, I was impressed. I really was, because I was like, he's gonna catch it. This is gonna be awesome. But then I think he dived out of the way. I kind of lost consciousness for a minute there. So
Rob agrees. He said
Fingers
fingers
are
are
better
better
than
than balls.
so I've got a modified one. See, look. Yeah, check that one out. That's a starter finger if you ever saw one right there. That's for instant pooter check. I mean, yeah, it fits my nose better too.
Well, that's like Bot's finger. He has the key chip in his finger.
Did he? Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
He
he's got the
can lock-
microchip in one,
Yeah.
and he's got what do you have in the other one? He's got one in each hand. He's got the
He can
Chip in
unlock
one.
his doors and everything
yeah,
else.
he's got an RFID tag in one, and I don't remember what the other one was. But you can smell it.
Ooh, Mars and Kaz are having a barbecue. We're all headed to their house.
Barbecue?
Yeah.
You say barbecue?
That's what Mars said. Kaz is at the butcher's getting meat for the barbecue.
Where? Oh,
Australia.
fuck, that's an expensive barbecue. Actually, if you want some really good, oh yeah, Magnet. Yeah, you said Magnet. That's what it was. Vampire.
Can you imagine though?
Oh God, I work with
Click.
computers. That'd be horrible. Like this computer worked like 3 seconds. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I swear to God.
I didn't touch it. I didn't come near it.
Yeah, right.
Barbecue at the Whoop compound. Well, the Whoop compound is kind of like here, Mars. So are you coming here and bringing the meat? I keep telling him. How many days before you get your license back, Mars? No. If it was a fatty steak, it would be homie Paul. You know, that sirloin.
Actually, if you're local, you guys don't live too far from Costa Ventosa. DV Crash, one of the guys that comes on our stuff, or Drive Crash, he owns a meat wagon over at Whaleyville.
I didn't
He
know
bought
that.
like an $80,000 smoker wagon thing.
Holy
Oh my
cow.
God, his brisket, it's like,
Burnt ends.
burnt ends are a byproduct if you don't sell the brisket from the week before. But his burnt ends are the shit. That's what we're doing tomorrow.
We are.
Yes, we are.
That's news.
We're going to go to barbecue. Because he also has a winery, and they have the vineyards. So we like to fly right down through the vineyards. Oh, man, it's a blast.
I thought we were going to the college tomorrow. We going
I don't
there
care.
too?
I'm going to fucking barbecue. Because that barbecue's awesome.
Look, that's how this whole week's gone. I thought we were going here. Well, we're going here too. Yep, we're going here too. Reaper, welcome, babe. The other guys are out there. I've got a house full tonight.
They're circle jerking or something.
I don't know. I heard drones flying earlier, and yeah, they were talking Dover tomorrow.
Yeah, Dover. The college we're telling you about, Vampire.
What campus is that?
That's Dover. Wait, they gave
No, it's not.
it's in Dover.
But it's not Dover campus.
Delaware Tech, something. Cary campus. That's what it is.
Thank you.
Come on down. The price is right.
See,
I might bring a Uber drone too, because we still
he
got some
said,
stuff to play.
maybe I'll hit up somebody.
No, don't hit people. That's not nice.
Love tap.
Well, we did have one lady that walked across the field on us while we were flying. Actually, it's me and your husband out at Winter Place, and then she came by. She's like, "I'll knock that drone out of the sky." I'm like, "I hit that with a drone." Get flying. Chris is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that." I was like,
Oh, Lord.
hey, soft targets don't hurt drones.
That's
Save
not
a
true.
drone, hit a person. I'm going to hell.
Oh, Lord. 96 today. I tell you what, it's
Ugh.
been beautiful here, but I don't
That's-
think it was 96.
That's ball temp right
We
there.
were at the beaches today and then out in the field this afternoon, so I'm starting to look like I've got raccoon eyes. I got to take the sunglasses off more.
Yeah, it's
Oops. Oh, well.
all right. Where mine?
Make the raccoon eyes go away. You want your seat back now?
Actually, I'm thinking you're like going to go ahead and just kill it. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Oh,
That's
okay.
when the weird people come
But
out.
we're all going to
We're
come in
here
and
already.
say, we're all coming in saying goodbye before we leave.
Oh, then I guess I got to scoot in a little more.
Jeremy Reaper, what up?
Yeah, people always ask me why I never got a lot of dates in high school. It's because usually I look at girls like this.
They're like, don't go out with that guy.
But I didn't have pants on, so that probably did a lot of it.
Ryan, RD.
Kaz is at the butcher getting meat for a barbecue at the Wood compound. I told him he had to hurry the hell up and get
Is that
it.
Ryan?
Yeah, RDFTV
Ryan.
is Ryan.
Yeah.
Dude, Ryan's got some of the coolest dogs ever, by the way. His
The
dogs are
corgis?
awesome. The corgis. Oh my God, they're fucking hell. Ryan's okay, but his dogs are awesome. Just mess with Ryan.
Vampire may be meeting us up in Dover tomorrow.
Oh, word, gonna come to Deltec? Sweet. So they
So-
say, we were just talking about that. They said they're gonna sleep in. He said probably at least till noon. So
Well, hey, if we want, we get up at if we leave by 10, we can go to over here to the barbecue place. They open at 10 to 4, so we can stop by and get barbecue for lunch and bring it up.
where's that?
Costa Ventosa right here in Whaleyville.
You said barbecue.
Yeah, you talk about meat, and
You see who shows
yeah,
up.
Chuck just freaking ships out of nowhere.
Get Josh.
You got a duck.
Ready to say goodbye.
It was coming.
You're just too
Say
big.
goodbye till the next time. I'll be on
He's got
Monday.
that-
It's not goodbye.
It's not
It's
goodbye.
until next time, guys.
You ever try to drink your Mountain Dew through
You
a
still
straw?
got
in
a
your nose?
duck.
Duck?
Chuck, duck. Chuck, duck. There you go.
Put my
You
hand
can
on
start
back.
quacking and keep that up.
Black.
You can tell he's got kids, right? And he doesn't.
You know what? The first clue that
somebody has kids?
What's that?
They no longer take pisses and go shit. They go pee pee, or they go to the potty.
Oh, really?
Very true. Very true.
Okay.
Hey, Quad Farm's in here.
No, that's Rob. That's not Quad Farm.
No.
Get
Yeah,
it right
I
now.
did get told.
You got a little sand in
How do I
your
change my
vagina on that.
nickname? I've seen it before.
I love Sandy.
Well, first of all, you
McManus.
hang out with weirder people, and they give you a nickname, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's what I do.
What's
Like
going
I said,
on,
guys,
Jeremy?
I've got them all here. God help me.
Yeah, I decided to vacate the room, and then we had some followers, except Joe.
No, Joe
Give
hung
them a
out with
chance.
me.
I know. So they could do their stream, yeah, a little bit more normally than we were doing it.
I peed a little bit. Does that mean I have to stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta.
But is it
His
laminar?
ass has been talking, so we're gonna.
Yeah.
Chris, when he
That's
does that, you're literally supposed to just go, "Spat."
I smacked all over the deck just a little bit ago.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Well, guys,
Would you like that thing up?
until next time, we're going to sign out from all of us to all of you. Keep your props pointed in that proper position. Enjoy our flying.
One finger on each hand up.
Happy crashing.
Love you guys.
What are we doing?
Later, guys. I'll catch you Monday. I'll be streaming, so
Have a
Join in.
safe and happy
Where do I order my
holiday.
hamburger?
Hamburgers out there, baby.
Hamburgers? I don't. Oh my God. He's got his penis out again.
Until next time, guys.
Oh God! Oh God!
Love y'all.